Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Just want to take a quick moment, go over some of the more recent circulating news, and of course I do apologize for the lack of videos for the last couple of days. Labor Day weekend basically prevented me from doing the videos I wanted to do just simply because I was spending a lot of time with my daughter. So I definitely apologize for that. I am most certainly on Twitter a lot more than I am on YouTube, just simply because it's easier to post information there. You don't have to sit there and do a video every single time you want to post something. So if you want more information more frequently, definitely give me a follow at crypto_ginger on Twitter. And of course, you can most certainly find a huge amount of people as far as the kind of cryptocurrency community you're looking to follow. If you're most certainly looking for the XRP community, there's a substantial amount of people out there that I would always suggest following. But again, definitely give me a follow if you want to make sure that you keep up to date with some of the information that I post on a regular basis. Outside of that, let's get started with some of the news here. First and foremost, it is the beginning of a new month, and of course, when that happens, we see Ripple release an escrowed amount of XRP at the very beginning of each month, whether they use or utilize this XRP for whatever type of financing or investments they're looking to go into. If they don't use that XRP, guys, it gets put back at the very end of the line of those escrowed wallets, and it starts basically over again. But at the beginning of each month, for an extended amount of time, I believe it's several years now, because of how this is going to be laid out, Ripple has already established an escrowed wallet for XRP to be released at the beginning of each month. That doesn't mean that they're creating brand new XRP out of thin air. There is absolutely a finite amount of XRP that have ever been created and that will ever be created. So anybody who ever says that Ripple is just simply making up brand new XRP to dump on the market is absolutely incorrect. And if you would like to know more, which I would highly suggest everybody get yourself educated on, there are most certainly sites that you can actually take a look at. Ripple, for example, has a firm explanation on their site directly about this. But one of the sites that I would recommend everybody take a quick look at when it comes to this, just again, to get more educated on the release of these escrowed XRP wallets, well, all you have to do is take a very quick look at xrpl.org here. This is XRP Ledger website. And right off the bat, in this particular post, you can see an explanation of Ripple's XRP escrow. Please, guys, give this a read. You get a firm understanding of exactly what's taking place. That way, when anybody, again, comes up and says, hey, Ripple's creating XRP out of thin air to increase the market for Bitcoin, that is an absolute lie. It's incorrect. It's not true. They just simply do not understand the process of these escrowed wallets because, again, there is a finite amount of XRP that have already been created, and a good portion of them have been put into escrowed wallets by Ripple. So get yourself educated on this information, guys, so you have a firm understanding, and that way you don't have to worry about when you see these release of escrowed wallets at the beginning of each month, you don't freak out about it. Like a lot of people who are obviously not firmly understanding what is happening with Ripple and these XRP escrowed wallets. So good way for you to get educated on this. A couple of things I want to quickly go over just as well. Now, this next bit of information, I want to give a huge shout out to I Am Legion. Definitely a major follow when it comes to being part of the XRP community. Always alerting the community of different types of news and announcements that are taking place, and making sure we're all on the same page just as well. Some things get overlooked. Actually, a lot of things do at this point in time since there's so much information out there. But this right here is pretty interesting because we have a connection between PayPal and Worldline. And of course, what's happening is it looks as though PayPal is going to extend their Worldline contract for what looks to be another 3 years. Now, this is a pretty in-depth article when it comes to, again, this particular relationship between PayPal and Worldline. Now, why I'm bringing this up in relationship to anything Ripple is because there's definitely a connection between Ripple and Worldline. As a matter of fact, if you go to worldline.com, which I did, and I took a screenshot of this and posted it directly to I Am Legion's thread there, we can see that on the first page of this information based off of worldline.com, we see that they are definitely involved with different types of cryptocurrencies, of course, different types of companies in this space, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Hyperledger Fabric, multi-chain. They also have what looks to be a pretty extensive partnership with Ripple. You can see that marked right here according to this highlighted part here. Again, this is just a screenshot that I took based off of worldline.com. So we can see that there's some pretty important important partnerships taking place here. Not to say that Ripple has anything to do with PayPal, but you can see how closely linked these companies are together. So, we have Worldline with PayPal, and we also have Worldline with Ripple. So you can see there that they don't have to be necessarily connected directly as far as Ripple and PayPal. They have third-party systems that they can actually work around, or third-party partnerships that they can work around as well. So definitely some interactions here that are taking place on a larger scale that once we start seeing this all implemented together, it might start actually making a lot more sense to everyone in the community. But of course, what we're seeing here again, small little links taking place, PayPal extending their Worldline contract, Worldline definitely connected to Ripple as far as their partnership is concerned. And again, could this be something that allows for a link between PayPal and Ripple the company just simply because of Worldline? Quite possibly. This right here is really something I'll have to leave up for you guys to kind of speculate. Let me know what you guys think about this information here, because again, major connections are always taking place in this ecosystem, and this is just simply another one of those connections there. So thank you again. I am Legion for that information. Next bit of information I want to quickly go over as well. Now, this next bit of information, I want to give a huge shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf, and I think that this right here is that big stepping stone that everybody has been looking for when it comes to ETFs. And here we see an article that he is linking talking about how VanEck and SolidX to sell Bitcoin ETF to institutional investors on Thursday, September 5th. Guys, that is right around the corner, and this is huge. This is absolutely huge. This is something that a lot of people have been waiting for when it comes to the news in this market here, and this could be something that actually influences a really nice price hike for not just Bitcoin, but the entire cryptocurrency market in general. As far as the information here when it comes to summarizing it, XRP Crypto Wolf does a really nice job of that. He also states that VanEck and SolidX BTC ETF will only be available to institutions such as hedge funds, brokers, and banks, but not to retail and individual investors. So that's something we have to keep in mind, guys, as all of us being retail investors. It is not something open for us. But again, this right here is huge for those who are institutional investors who have large sums of capital they could put into these Bitcoin ETFs. And like I said, if that is the case, we could start seeing a price hike with Bitcoin, especially in the next upcoming months going into 2020. So very interesting here. Again, I would definitely suggest taking a quick look at this. This is from theblockcrypto.com with this article. But really, guys, things are ramping up, things are moving very fast, and of course, going into 2020, I think we're going to start seeing a lot more when it comes to news revolving around Bitcoin ETFs and Bitcoin futures, and of course, a lot of these exchanges that are supposed to be opening up, and Bakkt is supposed to be coming out, and of course, we have Fidelity still on the horizon. So guys, a lot of things to be on the lookout for. Just want to give another huge shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf for this bit of information here. Next on the list, and here we have XRP Crypto Wolf back at it again with another amazing and important tweet. Guys, another central bank getting into cryptocurrencies. We are seeing this happening more regularly, more rapidly than we have in the past. And of course, again, going into Q4 of this year, 2019, leading into 2020, we're just seeing a lot of things ramping up. And now we see the Netherlands Central Bank will start regulating firms that offer cryptocurrency services as of January 10th, 2020. This is huge, guys. I've been talking about this, Mark, when it comes to leading into 2020. That's going to be one of those big years for cryptocurrencies. I really, truly feel it. We see here that the Netherlands Bank said firms in the crypto sector must register with the central bank if they wish to continue operating in the Netherlands. This is huge, guys. Again, this is just summarized from an article here from Cointelegraph.com. The title of it, Dutch Central Bank crypto firms to be regulated as of January 2020. So guys, again, big moves are happening, and when you start seeing more central banks getting themselves immersed into the cryptocurrency sphere, you know that things are getting ready to take off and ramp up. Whether you like this or not, things are happening in this space, and banks are most certainly getting themselves immersed into this world. And it was just inevitable. And I think, again, 2020 is going to be one of those years where we see a lot of activity for the cryptocurrency space. You let me know what you guys think about this. I have a couple other things I want to quickly go over just as well. Now, I wanted to quickly go over this article here from Daily Hodl, which talks about Ripple's cross-border payments launch in 40 countries across 6 continents. Guys, I know this is information that's been talked about a little bit, but I want you all to understand that on a global scale, on a bigger picture here, Ripple is absolutely trying to get themselves all across the globe when it comes to dealing with cross-border payments and their technology involving that. Whether they are utilizing XRapid or XRP at the moment, it doesn't matter. Basically, they are setting themselves up and being positioned all across the globe so that when everything is finalized and ready to kick in, they can do so more effectively. And of course, this article does mention about Jeremy Light, who we talked about in one of my previous videos. He is Ripple's Vice President of European Union Strategic Accounts. And basically, he talked more in depthly about this situation here, where he told the International Association of Money Transfer Networks that Ripple has rolled out new payment corridors in North America, Europe, Asia, Latin America, and Africa, with the latest corridor powering payments to Nigeria from Canada. So again, very, very big moves. And as you can see, a lot of those places deal with a lot of people and, civilizations that are underbanked or probably unbanked. And of course, this is exactly what Ripple is trying to do when it comes to reaching out to those particular types of people out there and making it easier to transfer money back and forth. And of course, Jeremy Light does kind of touch base on that. He does specify here, and I do quote, "A growing number of digital first payment providers are entering the global remittance market. They're serving a need from populations that banks have neglected or avoided in the past. This is a huge opportunity to capture the unbanked and underbanked and connect them to the global economy." So again, a very big move when it comes to what Ripple's trying to do on a global scale, and really a very important move because again, they're trying to reach for those unbanked and underbanked. And of course, once we see this right here much more successfully done on a global scale and reaching out to as many people as possible, I would imagine that those who are unbanked or underbanked are going to have the best time and the best opportunities to actually send money back and forth with little to no problems. And of course, you think about what just took place with the partnership with Ripple and MoneyGram. That's just simply another corridor, guys. This is another means for people to transfer money back and forth. And of course, again, basically, the real means behind this is not only to have your money in real time, but to avoid a lot of those astronomical fees that are applied when it comes to transfer money back and forth. So again, guys, this right here is a very big move for Ripple, the company, and they're just simply showing us they're adding more corridors back and forth to these other locations, again, across the globe. This is a global event. This is a global thing for Ripple, the company, and we're just going to see even more and more expansion. So again, a very big move when it comes to Ripple and their cross-border payment launch, again, in 40 countries across 6 continents. Huge. You tell me of another cryptocurrency or company dealing with cryptocurrencies, this is on the same level. And of course, if they had that same kind of magnitude, we would be most certainly hearing about them right alongside of the same level as Ripple. But we don't. We really don't. And when you start hearing a lot of people talking about those escrowed wallets from Ripple being released at the beginning of each month, I just feel like there's way too much FUD taking place in this ecosystem, especially revolving around Ripple and XRP, that once the finalized event takes place for Ripple, and of course we start seeing XRP being utilized all across the globe, I think that's when everybody in this entire ecosystem is going to be hushed, and they're not going to know what to say because they weren't prepared, and they all thought that XRP was a joke when it really was one of those things that was being ramped up, built up for these particular corridors, and making it, again, an effective process for cross-border payments for those who are unbanked and underbanked as well. So things to keep in mind, guys, when it comes to this kind of information out there. And of course, one last thing I wanted to quickly show you guys to kind of end this video off on a very happy ending here. Now, normally with my channel, I don't like posting videos on here just because I don't want to get any type of copyright issue. But guys, when it comes to, very important things like animals, I definitely think that animals in some form or fashion are almost better than humans are. And of course, I have a video here that I just want to kind of show you all. This is probably the cutest thing I've seen. It's basically a little monkey walking with, I'm not sure if this is a trainer or not, but basically hand in hand with this trainer. He pulls the trainer up to what looks to be his little playhouse. And of course, you can just see, look at this. I mean, the monkey is just without any type of hesitation helping him out. And then fist bump. guys, it's too cute. Again, animals, at least according to me, can be so much better than humans often enough. And if you actually see a lot of these people in any type of community on crypto Twitter, man, they can be pretty vile at times. And a lot of people are, I don't know if they're hateful or if they just simply have hate in their heart, but when you watch videos like this right here, it has to release some of that hate, guys. I mean, this right here is just one of those examples of showing us that animals in some form or fashion can be better than humans. And I just wanted to kind of end this video off with that because, again, I love animals and I love all of you guys out there. And I'm not saying you all are animals, but sometimes when I get on Twitter, it can seem like a zoo. So definitely check this little video out. I posted it on my page. Again, it's probably one of the coolest little videos. But guys, we can all be better to each other, and I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just saying, hey, I'm part of this community right alongside of you all. And again, much love to every single one of you guys when it comes to being a part of this community here. I just want to make sure that we're all being expressed in some form of fashion and being heard and listened to. And of course, at the same time, have some respect brought to this entire community just as well. So guys, outside of that, thank you so much for being a part of this community and part of my channel. And of course, I do apologize again for the lack of videos. I'm going to try to get more up to date on that, try to get as much time as I possibly can to spend towards getting videos out there for you guys. I love doing videos, but it can be a challenge. So let me know what you guys think about this information here. And if you are new to the channel and you like what you see, please hit the like and subscribe button. And please make sure you find me on Twitter here at @crypto_ginger. I definitely like to make sure that everybody in the XRP community is up to date on a lot of the news that I actually happen to find and of course skim over. And of course, like I said, there are plenty of people in this XRP community that like to do the exact same thing. XRP Crypto Wolf, I Am Legion. Those are just two to name a few of the huge amount of people in this community here. So definitely give me a follow there. And of course, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this channel. I couldn't have done it without you guys, and I thank you so much. Outside of that, guys, thank you again for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.